And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Bortles. He's going to loft one. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson, 57 yards. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They've got his man complete. A big play there for the Raiders. 32 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
McGloin now. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Second down now after the incompletion.
Here we go now.
Here's McGloin. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
Gone! All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, Leopard. No, check. Patriot.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun, surveying the field. It finds Crabtree for the completion. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant. Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. DeAndre Washington, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They come up in an offset eye. They'll need to get the play off quickly. A running play now for Ivory. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Every now and then when we see a really good run, we really tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did, what the receivers did to help. Sometimes the running back's pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of good yardage and made it happen with great effort.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Back now in the East Bay. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
In motion right is Robinson. The play clock's running down. Bortles to throw on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And a cutback right sideline. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And that's a big-time run right there. And right now, he is in a groove. He is locked in, and all he wants is the football. But it's not just him. He's locked in really well with his offensive line. They're motivated now to continue to fire out and find some gaps and some creases for him to run in. And guess what?
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Dan Skuta coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5.
Here we go now. Green, 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. sec. Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And it's third down.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, you got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Here we go now. Blue, landing. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This one from 46 yards out. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the fourth quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
The Jaguars getting set to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come up in an offset eye. In motion left, Robinson. Carry number 10 now for Ivory. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll give it up to Ivory. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd.
Left. Green, 39.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.